All right, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to go ahead and check out, make sure everything looks good on our streams here. As far as I can tell, 1 second here. All right, see everything on YouTube. Kick and over on Twitch. Okay. All right, let's get this party started, everybody. Again, like I said, hope everyone's having a good evening. Let's see, tonight we are back on our main character, which is our tank here, Grandpa Greg, over on the Shoal server in Ashes of Creation. And oh, look at the trees tonight. Boy, we got uh, nobody chopping trees tonight, but you know what? We're gonna sit there and fix that problem, I do believe. Because one of our quests that we have today is going to be uh, collecting some ashes because well, while we're out doing our pounding the rocket and all of our stuff to get our petal shard jewelry that we need, we like to do these super easy collection quests along the way for bonus adventure XP because we get about anywhere from I want to say 40,000 to 50,000 XP for turning in these little adventure and super easy kill quests there. And so with that said, let's make sure we got plenty of inventory space to do what we're about to do. And yep, no issues there. So let's get chopping some ash trees real quick. And we'll make sure to get all the ash trees, snowdrop herbs, fish, and before we start pounding rocks, so that way we got the easy part out of the way. So here we go. So they're knocking out some stuff, and for all you new folks joining in on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, please sit there and post a like in chat so I know you're watching. And because I'm on a single monitor, so I have to keep going back and forth. I know there's a trick to being able to get all that type of stuff across my screen while I'm gaming, but I haven't got there yet, but that's coming. And bear with me until I get that all situated in OBS. Then I promise here within the next week I'll have all that straightened out. But this is like my fifth, maybe sixth day doing this streaming thing and really enjoying it. And I hope you are too. And if you could like, subscribe, follow, that sort of stuff, that's hugely appreciated. And let's see here. Sure, stuff's good to go. And sure. All of our connections are good. Because if someone talking to my ear, I need to check one of my connections, so bear with me while I do that. I apologize about this. Okay. Make sure got everyone here. Twitch is looking good. YouTube's looking good. Alrighty, it looks like everything's good to go here. Alright, back to the tree chopping. Let's see, how many more of these ash trees we gotta get here? Where's our ash? Right at the bottom there. Okay, we got 4. We need 16 more, so let's knock those out real quick. It doesn't matter what the size of these ash trees are, we just gotta hit 20 trees. That's what we'll be doing here. And oh, look at that, we just hit lumberjacking 20 along the way to character level 24. Hopefully we can get that here within the next hour. 2 at the most. Okay. If you're actually playing Ashes of Creation, what server are you on? What character are you playing? If you'd put that down in the chat box and like, subscribe, follow to whether you're on stream on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'd like to know uh, what classes my audience is playing, and if you're not a Ashes of Creation player and you play different games, let me know what type of. Well, let me know what game you play. I like talking about all kinds of different games. Right here. Let's see, we're at 14 here. We'll get the transfer to those herbs in just a second. All right, we're at 17, 18. And okay, for all you players of Ashes of Creation out there, let me know in the chat. And what's your favorite way to level to 25 in the game? Are you a quester, a grinder? And how do you know? Do you use your professions to sit there and get to level 25? What's your flavor? Oh, there we go. We got those 20 done there. And one of the reasons why I like hanging around here, knocking out these gathering quests real quick, is because you got a vendor, so you can get rid of the stuff that you don't want to keep. And looks like we got some heroic wood there, so we're gonna have to go over here. We'll go ahead, repair our tools, get rid of the stuff we don't want. Go, well, because we'll definitely keep that heroic ash, because I'm sure we'll have guildies that need that, so we'll just top off stacks with that. And that green looks like we're full, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and vendor that. And oh, didn't want those either, so alright. Now, with that, time for the next item on our list. And hey, let's see. We have basalt, snowflakes, bluegill, or snowdrops, not snowflakes, and granite, largemouth bass. Alright, so it looks like a couple fishing quests, but okay. And some herb picking. Alright, no problem. Let's go over to a great place to knock out the herbs real quick before we start pounding on rocks, because we are the ultimate rock pounding champion, self proclaimed, of course. And I thought I was a good gatherer to find out one of my guildies um he had already hit 50 chopping trees. And it's like, oh my, very nice. Grandmaster at max level lumberjacking, and most of his levels on uh, on tree chopping, it's like more power to you on that one. Uh, Because, well, I like gathering and stuff. It's like, oh my, that's a lot of trees going all the way to Grandmaster. And the bulk of that he did getting to character level 25 was through the chopping the trees and stuff. So, huge, huge shout out to our guildmate Diablo who's over here on the show server for pulling that one off. Yeah. Let's see how we're doing here. So here, gotta keep an eye over on the different pages if you don't mind here. Just looking, making sure everything's copacetic. Gotta make sure everyone's happy there. All right, here we go. We're on the Snowdrop collection now. We got 17 more to go here. And when you're out doing, you're collecting the herbs or logs or mining and or fishing or whatever have you, do you actually sell everything in the market or do you vendor a lot of what you're gathering to keep your bags clear? And me, I'm one of those people that hit the vendor quite a bit and just use the vendor materials to keep the items repaired. That's what I do. So very good here. And, and also, if you're on YouTube and Twitch, and keep your eyes out for my actual RPG character that's over on the Vera server. I'm going to do a self plug here. And yesterday, I started a challenge that's inspired by the guys over in World of Warcraft and my boys over there that do the Goldbound challenge. Path and all the buddies that follow Path over there and watch his Goldbound series that inspired us to do Woodbound, a Woodbound series where my character, his name's Grandpa Greg over there on the Vera server, and he has to go to 25 of doing nothing but lumberjacking, milling, and carpentry and he's not allowed to use the auction house until level 25, and that will be only to buy better lumberjacking and uh, gear, lumberjacking bags, to hold more of the wood that he's gathering and stuff. But that's all for selling his stuff. It's going to be vendoring and he can vendor anything that he picks up. He can't do any kill quests or anything like that. The only quest that Grandpa Greg can do over there on the on Woodbound Challenge is um, the commission board wood harvesting quest. That's it. Uh, so yeah, he's got a lot of work to do, and I may have to start the character over because I didn't realize because everyone over here was saying how populated Vera was, and so I rolled a character um in the Anvils area over there, and oh my goodness, that server is so empty, it's not even funny. And unlike here on our server here on Shoal, when you go to the Anvils, there's people everywhere when I'm up there. So yeah, we might have to rethink. Yes, yeah, wanted to do the character right here on this server that we're on here with Shoal, but uh, you only get 5 character slots, and all 5 are already taken. So no luck for me. All right, while we're doing that, let me check over here, see how we're doing. All right. And the streams are looking good. If you could say hi in chat so I know you're there, that's okay. Or just uh, put a one or just smiley face, anything in chat, just so I know you're there. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're new, if you could like, follow, or subscribe, depending on if you're on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, that would be huge. And because the algorithm likes those sorts of things. And just our goal is to go ahead and get what they call monetize as soon as I can. And because as the name Grandpa Greg implies, I am. People don't believe me, but I am 59 and gonna be 60 here real soon. And corporate world doesn't like us, quote unquote, seasoned uh, folks for employment anymore because they're kind of like too set in our ways. And I, I kind of understand why, because at 60, uh, um, I like to call myself psychologically unemployable, because I know when I'm hungry, I know when I need to take a bathroom break, and at this age of my life, I don't like anyone telling me when I'm hungry or when I need to go use the restroom or anything like that. So yeah, mm, following a schedule is to the T on when I break and or when I eat is a little more challenging to do at this age than back when I was in my 20s and 30s. So yeah, we're trying to build a channel, make a little supplemental money to help us carry us to retirement time. So as I build this channel, I'll be adding more and more to the pages and hopefully get to the point where I can get subscribers and all that other thing eventually. And yeah, that's the goal. And so, how are we doing here on our total daffodil? I'm sorry, snowdrop. Whoop, looks like we're done. All right. Wasn't even paying attention. We are done with those. So now we are going to keep an eye out for the daffodil patches because we have to knock those out as well. Here. Well, at least I thought we did. We don't have daffodils. Okay, 1 second here. Always check your journal because sometimes you have more requests than what you can track. Let's see. It wants basalt. It wants bluegill. Largemouth bass, granite. Okay, looks like we got everything there, so we're almost down to fish. So I guess we don't have to do daffodils with this run. So, or we already got them complete, so we're gonna go ahead and since we're on this side and we got plenty of room in our inventory, what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock out our 20 granite that we need real quick. We have to hit 20 of these granite outcroppings. And we also, so I did see basalt on there as well, right? 20? Right. So, all right, we'll do both while we're here if we happen to come across the basalt. But I have another area where I like to get my basalt knocked out when I'm doing these. So let's see, where was that granite so I can keep an eye on the count there. And oh yeah, the next time we go to Jova, I get to see how many of my bars are ready to go into the bank because our guild leader and over here with almost competent is our resident jewel crafter and working on making all the bars I need right now for him to make some pedal sharp jewelry for me. And sorry if I'm a little bit stuttering and everything. I'm sitting there trying to watch multiple things at one time. Like I said, getting new to the streaming thing, but we're gonna get there. Mm, and I know I'm a total noob with this stuff right now, but that's okay. We all got to start somewhere. And I promise you, a year from now, that I'll be a whole lot better at this because it all takes practice, time, and patience. And uh, and time is the one thing we got plenty of, so we can get her done, as they say. Uh, From Mr. Larry, the cable guy. Get her done. Oh, right here. Let's see where we at. We're at 3 basalts, 4 of the granites. All right, well, I'm out of that. Keep an eye over here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. And feel free to say hi in chat and everything. Or if you just want to watch, that's appreciated too. Just the algorithms, they like the like, subscribes, follows, those sorts of things. And whichever's the free version is there on whichever platform, if it's Twitch, YouTube, or Kick that you're on, if you uh, kindly do that for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to uh, get to the 25 followers they want, and today's the 28th, so I don't know if the whole process starts over again tomorrow, but because if it does, because I'm new to this, if you're an experienced streamer, know how it works, for sure. If the follower count even starts all over tomorrow, where you have to get 25 within 30 days, all I know is the dates that it's showing me shows that all of my qualification stuff um, ends today. So hopefully everything doesn't start tomorrow, cause or over tomorrow, cause it's like gotta redo the whole thing. All right, looks like I got someone on my route, and look who it is. It's Robert. That's our old guild. That's Robert. Hey guys, look at this. I followed Roberts on my granite route. Look at that. That is hilarious. Yeah, we that is the guild that we started with over there, but our good friend Stu, he left the game until a later phase when more stuff's available to us, like our subclasses. For me as a tank, my subclass I'm looking forward to trying out is the paladin. And yeah, so yeah, can't wait for that to happen. But yeah, villainous is where we all started, and I'm glad to see Robert's still uh, doing his thing. And we all liked Robert. He was always on, but we couldn't never get Robert in the Discord with us to do some chatting, but that's okay. Uh, he's very active. Always run into him, and the funny part was is I had put my cursor on and had him targeted this morning. It was hilarious. He stopped, unmounted, and was ready for me uh, to flag up on him. He was waiting for it, and it's like I'm gonna sit there and flag up on somebody. They would have had to really upset me to get me to flag. Mm. So yeah, that's Robert. Good guy. Very consistent. Games every day and a lot every day. Like we liked Robert. And if anyone can ever get him into Discord, we'd like to bring him over to the new guild that we started. The reason why we had to switch up the guilds is because with Stu being away, we couldn't level up the guild. We couldn't do anything with it because until we get some quality of life improvements uh, in the game for like guild control stuff like that, then only the guild master can do anything with the guild uh, objectives and everything. And with the guild leader not being online, we were just stuck between a rock and a hard place uh, and stuff as far as the guild goes. But it's okay. It is okay. Because this one's not for keeps anyway. This is uh, we're just building our community right now and getting ready for when the game does go officially live. We'll have built a big community and be able to have a decent sized guild on the for keeps when the game goes official launch, and that's the goal. But we're building a great community, so if anyone out there is on the Shoal server and you are looking for a um, PVX guild, because we've got players in our guild that are into both PvE and PvP. Um, and even if you're just a crafter gatherer type of individual, we welcome those as well. Yeah, see any of us officers over here on show for a guild invite. We're glad to have you. We got a Discord that you can get on, and if you want to talk in Discord, no one's required to be in there. And so it's just there if you want to use it. Let's see here. Right here. Oh, that's funny. Some of the chats that I'm getting on the different platforms. It's all about wanting a brand new streamer to come pay them money to build the traffic for me and stuff. And it's like, oh, well, I like seeing those comments and stuff. I'd rather have actual fellow gamers enjoying the stream, sitting there posting for me in the chat stuff, so I know they're there. But appreciate just the viewers though. No no harm in that. It's all welcome. Uh, This how we doing on our stuffs. Oh, looks like our objective on the granite's been met. All right, so we can concentrate on some basalt and then fish. So, all right, let's head back over and go to my favorite basalt farming area. Well, this area over here does have some basalt along this what I like to call the rock wall. Um, uh, this is mainly just a great granite farm, and trust me, I'll be getting a lot of time on along this wall here, because we're getting ready to farm up all the mats for our pedal shard jewelry, and uh, thus the name of tonight's stream, the Pound That Rock Champion, because we're going to be pounding a lot of rocks because we need a lot of um, epic ore for our pedal shard jewelry. Because because I've already got the rubies already all saved up from all my rock pounding, so I can have epic pedal shard. Now I'm working on the bars, and at least I know I have enough bars already for at least the necklace, I do believe. I have to check on the numbers. I just know the total numbers that I need. We've got it written down and stuff. Just what I can farm myself, I do not like buying out of the marketplace because I'd rather spend the time out gathering the materials myself than paying gold for stuff that I could easily get myself. All right, let's check out here what we want to get rid of and pay our repair bills. I get rid of all this common stuff. Those things there go to other people. The diamond rocks and get rid of that. I still sell copper, so we'll hang on to that. All right, time to hit some basalt real quick and knock out basalt. Then once we knock out the basalt, we'll take a nice little fishing break. Let you guys watch me fish. Yeah, I know. Real exciting, right? It's one of those things where, to keep your character progressing, you have to go take care of nature things. You put the hook in the water and do some fishing. Well, so you can take care of a couple quests while you're taking care of nature things at the same time. And I actually like that this game allows you to continue progressing your account even while you're doing an AFK activity. And yeah, that's one of those things that I love about the global chats and everything is, oh man, they do not like it when they see people AFK fishing and stuff because they hear, oh, you're a bot because you're a gatherer, you're grinding fishing and stuff. You're a bot. That stuff's it's hilarious because you don't game how they game, then they consider you a bot. But it is what it is. And yeah, I had one person yesterday start harassing me because I was doing some daffodil farming for a request, and they came up on me, level 17, and they're like, "Are you a bot?" And and then kept asking me. I said, "Tell you what, post up on me, and then you'll find out if I'm a bot or not. Go ahead, flag, go ahead, hit me." And then they got back on their mount and rode off. Because, yeah, that's what I want to do is go corrupt hitting somebody because they think I'm a bot while I'm out doing my gathering stuff. Oh, you're not out hitting on monsters, so you gotta be a bot. Oh, notice here, that's not basalt, that's granite that I'm on right now. Oh, right here, while we're sitting there getting our basalt knocked out. Let's see here. Okay. Now, I understand if you don't want to carry on a conversation in the chat window and stuff. I get it, but so I know you're live and not a bot while you're watching me. Speaking of bots, if you could just put a one in the chat so I know you're there, that'd be hugely appreciated. And I won't call you out or anything like that unless you start chatting with me. I just like to know people are there. And it's much appreciated. Let's see, where are we at here? We're at 13 basalts. Need to get to 20. And what I'm doing, folks, is my type of grounding that I like to do when I'm doing my gathering stuff. While I'm over in Jova, I hit up two gathering board or commission boards, and I will which are basically quest is what they are. And what I'll do is um, get as many as I can as far as what I gather in the area where I'm doing my rock pounding, and I'll knock all those quests out first. And as soon as I have all the quests knocked out, and I'm accomplishing the goal of getting enough materials to get my pedal shard jewelry, then I'll go ahead and do quick, real super fast kill quests here. That once I've got all of this completed, I'll show you those 4 quests that are super easy, super low level, super quick. But when you're talking about 2,500 XP a piece for them, you know, that's 10,000 extra XP that gets to go towards this bottom line right here, going towards our level 24. So yeah, I'll take that extra 10k XP for taking 10 minutes to knock out 4 kill quests. No problem. Yes, sir. All right, we're getting close to that basalt being done. One more basalt. And yeah, once we get all these quests done and the 4 kill quests, I'll see how much room I have in my inventory because I'll before making the run over to Jova, because I do like to make sure it's worth the run, that I have enough stuff to process, because I don't want to go over there and not have any materials to make any new um, bars with while I'm over there. Because guys, well, I call them bars, but they're called ingots in this game. Oh, there we go. Quest complete. So now I got fishing quest to do, and go up here. Make sure we got plenty of room. Yeah, see, get rid of this stuff here. Bank what we can. And looks like nothing. Do we? Yeah, not messing with that stuff. So I am going to put that and that in the bank. And it looks like I am vendoring the rest of that. So, no problem. I've vendor lost. So wait, what was that? No, we're not gonna vendor that. Cancel. Right here. Now what we're gonna do is gonna go over to our little favorite fishing hole and knock out those 2 little fishing quests we got. That won't take too terribly long while we do that. And I don't know why I did that. Because, let's see, let's make sure we can hit the water. Make sure we can actually catch a fish. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and do our 2 catching fish quests here real quick. And I'm going to let y'all watch that while I take care of some nature stuff. So be right back. All right, everyone. I'm back. Looks like uh we should be. Let's see. It says to turn in and turn in. So all right, we are we knocked out those fishing quests there real quick. I appreciate everyone's patience and well, we knocked out that quest. So let's go over here, show you what we're gonna do with those fish. And welcome to all the new viewers on Kick on Twitch and YouTube. Greatly appreciate all of you. And if you're new to the stream, if you could hit the like, subscribes, the follows, all that sort of thing, the algorithms like that, and post a one up in chat. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, but if you could post a one up in chat just to know that you're there, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right, here. Okay, OKC. Greyhound, welcome to the chat. Thank you for following. All right, we got all of our fish deliveries made. And check the chats real quick. And I promise you guys here over the course of the next week, I'll finish having all those chat overlays and all that stuff uh, done. Just learning all the tricks. Only so much time in the day to learn the different tricks for the stuff. So, where are we at now? All of our quests are complete that we have for the gathering stuff. And oh, yep, promised y'all I was gonna show you four four quests that'll take 10, 15 minutes tops, and it's worth about 10,000 XP. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so over in this area, of course, we don't get hardly any XP for the kill quest, right? We all know that. But this little quest board here in Avon's Inn does have four quests that we want to take because they're super easy. We're not going to get hardly any kill quest XP, but we are going to get that fat 10,000 XP for those four kill quests and stuff. So it's just a matter of time. Yeah, and kill these guys. They should be respawned down here real fast here. If not, I'll go right up the hill because there's bunches and bunches of these things all over the place in this area. Oh, somebody must have ran through and of the whole pack of like seven that normally are hanging out right here followed somebody. So they're all starting to come home now. That's funny. Gotta go back to their home, and they got me waiting for them. Oh, that's so mean. And yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about this game. And no matter what activity you're doing, you're always getting experience, whether it be fishing or gathering or whatever. The game's always giving you adventuring XP until you get to level cap. There we go. We've killed all the goblins we need. Objective complete. Now we're gonna go ahead and knock out a couple more real quick. Right here. Already. Yep, I'm going the wrong direction for this kill quest. We got 3 more kill quests left to do, and they're this direction. And so, question for y'all: when you're doing your gaming at night, do you like to drink coffee? What's your beverage of choice when you're gaming? Yeah, I like drinking my coffee while I'm gaming. Nothing like a nice hot mug of piping hot coffee. And yes, I like my coffee like I like my women, tall, blonde, and hot. Yep, and that comment is not significant other approved. The wife would not like that comment, so hopefully she's not lurking, because if she's lurking, I'll be sleeping with the dogs tonight. Oh, another kill quest knocked out. Like I said, guys, it's a it's a really quick 10 to 15 minutes top to knock out these 4 kill quests, and then it's off to Jova to do some shopping and processing of all these ores and stuff that we went and gathered up. Oh, the one spider that's normally right there is not there, but we got this one here. Let's see here. What do we got here? That's 2. That's 3. That's 3. Alright, know where 2 more are here. This is going to take a little bit longer than I intended. It's typically you can run right there and knock 4 spiders out real quick. There's 1. So that makes number 4. And of course, 5 and objective complete. That's 3 of the kill quests. And so now 1 more kill quest. Go for a little bit of a ride. Oh, won't take but a couple of minutes to get over there. Alt tab out real quick, check my chats, and the streams, make sure they're going good. Uh, Alright, Twitch is good. Alright, YouTube is good. And for some reason tonight, uh, Kick isn't liking me, so we gotta figure out what that problem is. But that's a problem for another day and stuff. So, alright, here we go. Back over. So, yep, let's see how we looking on XP. Alright, we're getting there. 86.8%. 86.8%. So, yep, we're gonna knock out our level 24 tonight for sure. And depending on how late we want to stay up, who knows? We might even make a run at 25, but 24 for sure. And 1 second here. All right, let's knock that bad boy out. Slay 8 griffins. Good. Back in the day when you were at the right level of where we're going, uh, it was a little, put a little pressure on the heart when you go up there and go after these griffins, but them's are days gone by. We have to go to other mobs for that sort of thing. All right. Oh, looks like somebody's already out here on the mobs. Usually there's like 7, 8 of them sitting right there, but somebody must be working griffins because all the spots only have a couple of the griffin spawns. So we'll just knock these out real quick. Yep, there's the person doing the quest. There we go. And check the quest log because I do believe that means everything is complete. It is. How we looking on space? We're looking just fine. So at this point, what I like to do is head to Jova So what I'll do is come back down on the road, and I'm one of those type of guys that you know what? The developers, they were kind enough to put roads in the game, so let's use the roads. And yeah, Gildy's laughing at me because I like to use the roads, but that's okay. All right, we won our show skipper, but this time we're gonna use a different type of road to go to Jobo. We're gonna use our waterway until we get a whole lot closer. And it looks like we got some mail. I don't know if we've got new sales or if that's the ghost mails because the game, I'm pretty sure that's low on their priority list of stuff that they're working on in this alpha, you know, with the quality of life stuff. But it always says you got mail up here, of, and they call it the mail bug. But with 26, I doubt there's anything there. I think that's the mail bug, but that's okay. So as we get going up the road here, keep our eyes out on a few things. Oh, right, to all of my new viewers, if you're new to Ashes of Creation and or you're considering playing this game or you've never really got into the hunting and stuff, and it's got a little something to show you here in just a second. Yeah, nice little something to show you here right quick. Create a clip here for our short videos. And hey guys, right here, you see this terror bird that's being guarded by this otter? Well, this terror bird right here is you can tame this once you have your hunting skill up to the apprentice level. And this terror bird, when you tame it, it's a static spawn and spawns every 30 seconds. And so if you're getting into animal husbandry, this is the spot for you right here for a static spawn on a terror bird. And let me open the map because in the mini map up here you can see where it's at. But let me pull up the map and I will zoom in for you, and so you can get a real close up view right here in this location. And you might want to mark that for yourselves. That's a static spawn for a terror bird, and the terror birds with your animal husbandry, they sell really well because this is one of the faster mounts in the game for the land mounts that are easy to get and fairly inexpensive. With I believe it's a 160 or 165 movement speed while you're on the ground, so that's definitely one of those things you should go after and sell to your customers if you're in the animal husbandry. And with that, let's get back to where we're going. So let me get back out my shoal skipper and continue my ride up to Joba. Uh, didn't know I had a submarine. The shoal skipper, I've got a nickname for the shoal skipper and stuff, and we call that the jet ski. And because when you need to make a quick getaway, that jet ski comes in handy. Oh, when you're on the water. Let's see. No fishing events here today? Nope, not seeing any fishing events. All right, here we're gonna go ahead and get rid of our shoal skipper. Get back out our big old scorpion there. And let's see. Yep, don't want to be messing with that bear. Cause that bear's irritating when you're trying to shore fish. And yeah, we got a few people out fishing tonight. I always like to check and see how many people are out doing the fishing thing. Oh, look, the bear. Was it the bear? Yep, the bear decided he was gonna come after me. And now we got a wolf's attention. That's alright. You don't hurt too much. So we're gonna go out here and making our way. So, see that little shortcut saved us a whole lot of time getting over here to Jova. Jova's right over there. And like I said about my little thing with the roads, here we go. I like using the roads in the game. All right, yeah, let's create another clip real quick. Create a clip. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to boost your experience. Okay, and if you're new to the game, this is one of the things that the game doesn't tell you too well. But when we turn in all of these quests, we're going to get different types of scrolls. And when we go into our inventory and we look at the scrolls that we get, you can see we have gathering XP scrolls, adventuring XP scrolls, crafting XP scrolls, processing scrolls. We get all these different types of scrolls, right? Well, and notice that all these scrolls have like a little 5-minute timer. And so when we're ready like we are now with a lot of room in our inventory. Well, because and just to be safe, we're gonna check that real quick. Always check your inventory before you do this. And it's gonna be close, but I should be able to have enough room to get my rewards. If not, it'll let me know. But we definitely got enough room here for rewards. So what I want to do is go back to where those scrolls are and pop one of those adventuring scrolls that we mentioned for 25% bonus XP. Because, like I said, all these quests, they got at least 2,000 XP coming, but we're going to increase that by 25%. So we're going to go ahead and pop the scroll, go to the quest, and to do that real quick, because we only get 5 minutes, to do this with, right? And so when we open our journal to turn in a quest, notice it says down here in the bottom left corner, complete all commissions. When we click on that, it'll come and list all those quests that we had completed and let us know our XP rewards that we get for each of those. Then we hit complete. They're all completing, and look at the XP right there, 41,000 XP plus 504 herbalism XP, 3,016 miner XP, 504 lumberjacking XP. You get all of that bonus XP for all those quests. And it just keeps scrolling and scrolling the report until all of those are done, showing you all the quest completes. And that's how you get bonus XP. And we were at 86 percent XP. Now we're at 89% XP, just like that. And now we're gonna go ahead, look at our quest log, show that all those were turned in and completed. It's done. Now we're gonna come into town and rinse and repeat and see how we're doing with our quest. And we still have 4 minutes, which is a good thing because we are going to see how many of our bars are ready. Well, we have that 4 minute XP going for adventuring XP. We're gonna come over here and check our crafting because we made some bars. Yep, we're gonna send those to the warehouse real fast, and we're gonna go check our uh, other spot that we have. Notice we got more adventuring XP, 36,000 XP. So now we're coming over here. Did you guys notice that for those 15 epic bars that I made it gave us 36,000 adventuring XP and 3,975 metalworking XP. That's the benefit of processing higher level mats, because now we are at 91.5%. And so we're going to go ahead and check this. We still got 2 minutes left. We got 22 more uh, bars to complete. We're taking those all into our inventory here. And let's see. We get 6,000 more adventuring XP and 3,234 more metalworking experience. Uh, And all that extra XP just because we popped that adventuring scroll and we still had 2 minutes left on it. But all of our stuff is in our inventory now, so now we're gonna go and see what we got and see if we can throw anything else in the cooker while we're here. And the cookers are the processing stations. I call them the cooker, just so you know. And all right, let's see. And Job is always busy. And so I don't forget before we go, start putting stuff in the cooker and looking at the auction or the market and all that sort of thing. And I want to go ahead and take as many of my gathering quests for our next route run that I can. So I definitely want the granite. I definitely want the basalt. Definitely want the daffodils, largemouth bass, snowdrops, zinc. I got all those over here. But there's here in Jova on the show server, we have two gathering boards right close to each other. So you want to go check both of them. And see, we got oak, we got copper. I think we did granite, not sure. I'll take that just in case. Largemouth bass and snowdrop. Uh, oh, did I just take that slate one? I don't want that slate quest. Slate's too hard. So let me go back to the journal. Oh, slate stacks. Let's abandon that because so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A little light. Normally there's 9. Normally there's 9, but all right. Let's see how many of these 9 I can actually complete while we're here. Go back to our journal. And okay, so we got 2 of them completed. And yeah, so we have 5 left here for collection quests. So now we're gonna go over to our bank. We'll look at our bag, see what we can do. Ah, yeah, look at that, filled up our inventory. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit a vendor here, get rid of a bunch of stuff. And one of those other things we're gonna have to do is do a bunch of this right here. Let's check and see how our ruby situation is. Build some stacks with all those extra ores and stuff. And I know we got something. Nope, no room for that. How about this? Nope, this. Yep. Okay, had a little room for that. Just and the stuff like these coals and these sands, stuff like that. I know you can use them, but we could use it for not sure. But I've tried a lot of attempts in the past to try to sit there and sell these on the marketplace, and they always come back to me not sold. So typically, what I do is just go ahead and find a trusty vendor and go ahead and do our repair and get rid of all this excess stuff here. And we'll keep one largemouth and one of those. Sell this. Let's see. Gonna, because I already got a bunch of this stuff here. And we're going to look at something else while we're here. Let's see if we have enough of anything to work on our town reputation. Recreation agent. What do these guys want? They want Ashwood and largemouth bass or western lurch and flax, hemlock and snowdrop, copper and granite. 5 copper, 10 You know what, guys? That one's almost complete. This one was just started. This is daffodils. Oh, Grim Carcass. No, no, no. Because I'm not messing with that. That's going to mess with that. Hemlock daffodils? No. Where's the largemouth bass? 5 with 10 ash lumber. We might, and it's at 964. We might get a few of those to turn in. We'll see how it goes. And do I have anything else to sit there? Oh, gotta go back to that vendor. That's stuff to get rid of. So, it's okay. So many people get stuck with the collision in this game. Alright, here we go. Back over to here. And let's see what stacks we can sit there and work on in the game, if any at all. Probably not. Let's right. Now we want to sit there and make room over here, if you guys remember that. And I've got all kinds of those crafting ones, and I just like going through here, getting rid of all the stuff that nobody wants anyway. Let's see, this is 23 health. 23 health, yeah, I can get rid of those. How many 20 health do I want? Let's see. Adventuring, XP scrolls, and that's 3 hours. We are not gonna get rid of that. So that's for guild stuff, so we're gonna hang on to that. That's a stairs, so we're gonna hang on to that. Alright, so we're about to get a whole lot more glint and all that other good stuff. And what it's doing is filling up our inventory with more glint and miscellaneous items. And every once in a while, you can catch something that you can actually use out of these crates. So keep an eye on it. This initiate stuff, I just go ahead and vendor it. Doesn't do me any good. I like to do this after every run because I don't like them stacking up on me. Shows it's full. We'll take those adventuring XP scrolls all day long because they come in very handy for what we're doing. So we keep getting all this stuff, so we got to keep an eye on it. I got 10 there, 10 there. Almost done. Wait, yep, okay, we're good. Yep, we are done. Okay, so just got a little bit more to vendor, but we'll take care of that in a little bit. And let's go back over here to our bank. So we definitely don't ever want to be walking around with too much of that sort of stuff. Let's see, full. All right, so what we're gonna do here is condense that. Okay, so we have 10, 10, 10 there. And the reason why I'm keeping all that glit in the bank is because every 2 weeks we pay taxes and go over here to the town stuff. It tells you how many of these things that you have to pay. What does it say? I can't even read the number. Oh, that's in a bad spot. Can't see that at all. What does it say? February 5th is the next tax due date. It says 73. That can't be right. My last tax bill was way higher than that. We're gonna have to see what's going on with that. It says I'm current, don't know anything, and 73 are due on tax day in 5 days. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And that being the case, I can vendor that, vendor that, vendor that. So we don't want to be a target for stuff in case anyone's watching us. Uh, keep, keep stuff sold and out of our inventory. Picked up a few things before I get rid of anything. See if we can turn them in. And look at that. And we're gonna get rid of some of this other stuff here. Fast, fast, fast. That's it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Put that up there. And go through. and get rid of a lot of this stuff here that I don't want or need. Mm, Now we have plenty of room in our inventory. And oh yeah, there was one last thing we wanted to check while we were here before we left, and that was going over and seeing if it was all ghost mail. And yep, nothing new. And we had a feeling of that. And now that all of that is done, and we've got our board quest, you know what? It's been a minute. Let's check those board quests one more time, see if we can't get anything new from the board. Because it does refresh in real time, not on when we take our complete time. So let's see. Slate, no. Salmon, no. And it says 33 minutes, so no, we don't have anything there. So we are gonna take our little journey back to our favorite hunting grounds and rinse and repeat and do it all over again. That's what we'll do, and we will hit 24 tonight, 100% for sure. And so if you're able to like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Kick, or Twitch, that'd be greatly appreciated. Hit a one in the chat box so I know you're watching. We don't have to have a conversation unless you want to. I'd love to chat. And so, but also love the support and feeding the algorithm with the stuff that they like, seeing the interactions and different things like that. So let's go ahead and mosey on over to our little hunting grounds. Oh, check one more thing real quick. Make sure everything's happy over here. Everything's looking good on my end. All right. Yep. We're off to do all that all over again. Bear's on the hunt after somebody. The bear's got to go level up too. One of the most dangerous things in this entire game is this run right over here, and that is because like these 1-star bears that I'm running past that are level 14, 15, when you're level 8, 9, 10 going to Java for the first time, or Jova I should say, and you're running on this road because you don't want to cut through because there's too many high level mobs, uh, there's an alpha wolf that likes to hang out in there. And oh man, that alpha wolf probably has more kills in the game than any other NPC combined. 'Cause that alpha wolf gets everybody at least once. Oh, right here. So, of course, we have our. We'll be looking for basalt and granite as usual. They're our usual suspect. And of course, snowdrop and daffodils. Okay, so we have both of those this time. Good, good, good. Not much snow on the ground today for some reason. Don't know what's up with that. I guess it's a nice winter day today. Uh, 6 days left till spring, but all this don't have any snow around at all. That is a little strange. But yeah, you got mobs that irritate me right along there, so that's why we didn't dismount and go after the daffodils and herbs there. So here we go. This is where we'll start. Get all these snowdrops right here. Because we need to tap 20 of those. And noticed a lot of noticed a lot of downtime yesterday and today. And so yeah, when you're not playing Ashes of Creation or whatever, what other games you like to play? If you don't mind sharing, if you could post that in the chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Because I'm a gamer with over 30 years experience. A lot of games have come and gone, and very fond of a few from the past and know that are no longer there. You go, oh, Grandpa's yawning. That's funny. But yeah, there's some MMOs that have come and gone that, yeah, and some that are still here that are favorite all time MMORPGs. And put a here's a little story for you. Grandpa, your Greg here. He's so I should say I. People don't like it when I talk in third person and stuff. But yeah, uh, like I said, I'm a grandpa. I'm chasing down 60 this year, and I've been gaming for over 30 years. And my first, very, very, very first computer and computer video game, and believe it or not, way back in the day, it was a Tandy computer from Radio Shack. And that I had bought from somebody else, and that Tandy computer worked really good. This is like the 92, 93 time frame when I bought this computer, and um, on the store shelf, uh, there was this computer game that was called uh, what was it? Oh yeah, Conan Barbarian. Uh, Conan the Barbarian. And it was by Virgin Games. Yes, Mr. Branson's, or Sir Branson, I should say. Uh, Virgin Atlantic, that guy. The Virgin Games, same logo uh, back then is what it is today for the Virgin Corporation. And yeah, they were an actual software developer back then. And yeah, and it was on 5 1/4 floppy disk for my Tandy computer. I played the heck out of that game and stuff. And so, if you've been a gamer for a while, what was your very first computer game? Or are you a console gamer or anything? Yeah, and put that in the comments if you want to. Uh, do a little chat interaction if you're up to it. Promise, like the conversation. I won't. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But just trying to keep the algorithms happy. So let's see here. And right, so check all my different streams, like keeping an eye on those because currently I only have one monitor. Trying to get a second monitor here real soon, so I don't have to keep alt tabbing out and everything. But I gotta check the other stuff, make sure everything's good. And oh, hello, Mental. Welcome to the streams. I appreciate the view. Uh, okay, here. Let's see where we at on our snowdrop collection. Almost there. At 16. 4 to go. Yeah, our guildie, Mr. Smoochie. Yeah, he likes me hanging on to the really good herbs that I get from him, and I'm more than happy to do that for him. Since I'm doing these collection quests anyway, just will help out fellow guildies, and if any of my guildies are on while I'm doing my gaming, if I won't vendor the green stuff, but it looks like our most of our guildies are already off for the night because morning comes early. And let's see where we at here. Is that just complete? I think it may have just completed. Yep, so we need daffodils. We are now daffodil hunting. There we go. Oh, I love when all that snow melts. It makes it a whole lot easier seeing all these herbs. Okay, one down, 19 to go on the herbs. Yeah. All right. Yeah, all the daffodils. Yeah, if you're new to the streams and new to Ashes creation and you're thinking of trying the game out and on Steam while it's in an alpha, you know, I'm highly recommend it if you just want to test it out. But if you're one of the type of players that don't like testing and you want everything to be pretty much solid when you're playing the game, then I would hold off, to be honest with you, until launch or at least later phases when it gets to the next stages. Because right now, um, alpha, you know, it is what it is. They tell you going in, things can and will change. A lot of disruptions, you know, while they're working on the server. So a lot of maintenance time, stuff like that might get on your nerves. So you gotta wait to a beta phase to get in or even to official launch. Highly recommend that because you got to be a little patient in these builds because a lot of people complain, oh, but Greg, this is broken and stuff. And yep, you're absolutely right. It's broken. Did you bug report it? And they'll say no. And I'll have to remind them, well, that's what we're here for. They need the bug reports. They can't fix something if they don't know that it's broken. And we are their extended Q&A department because believe it or not, in the computer gaming industry, most of the Q&A is done by bots, the little AI generated stuff where it's just basically load testing. They're not actually playing, thinking like a human, sitting there seeing what they can intentionally break and stuff or intentionally dupe and different things like that. So, yeah, they need us to make a better game. But saying all that, the game's got great bones. It's got a very bright future, and cannot wait to see how this game is stacking up in 10 years. Because uh, we like to compare it to the Final Fantasy 14s and World of Warcrafts of the world. But you know what? Those games have 10, 20 years head start on us, so you can't compare a new release the game or a game that's in early alpha to those games that have been out launched for 20 years. It just doesn't work that way. And the good thing is, the company's not even pretending that way and stuff. So you got to give Intrepid a lot of credit and stuff. For a small team, they're doing a really good job. They just need the time to get it done, and the intestinal fortitude, as I'd like to say, the all of us that are in these testing phases to keep reporting bugs and have patience. Just good things are on the horizon. Just a matter of the when, not if. Yep, so gotta go back and start over down here on the daffodils things. We're still needing 7 more. And then we get to start smashing rocks again. Yep. And if you tune in tomorrow, we're going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do when with the gathering stuff. We're gonna switch it up tomorrow. When Grandpa Greg is on his main character, we're gonna go out to the desert tomorrow and do some actual mm, um, kill questing out there and try to put a big old dent in to going from 24 to 25 because that's our objective for tomorrow. But today's goal is to keep working on getting to 24, and it's 11 Eastern. So we'll have to see if they're doing maintenance tonight or not. And matter of fact, while I'm harvesting that herbs, let me step over here real quick and look on Discord and see if they have anything happening tonight. Or not, let's see. Nothing's posted yet. And while we're all tabbed out, let's go ahead and do something else here. Let's check and make sure we don't got, or we don't have anything going on. Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. Okay, here. We are at 16 on the daffodils. All right. Sometimes the daffodil population is wiped out. Uh, And it's like, man, when you don't need them, they're everywhere. When you need them, someone else has needed them too, and they're nowhere to be found. Yay! And notice how when we're regardless of what we're harvesting, we're getting adventuring XP on everything that we do. Like I said, like each of these herbs are given 120 adventuring XP. Alrighty, that is the daffodils. Now let's go over to my favorite little granite wall, as they say. Oh man, granite wall's got a whole lot of basalt today. What's up with that? Oh, we could be dropping. We could be dropping. Did we lose internet? We may have. Stuck. Oh, gonna have to log back out and back in real quick. Sometimes that bugs out like that. Won't let you mount and unmount. And the way to fix it is log out and then log back in. Or it could be doing what it does in the evening on shoals anywhere in the riverlands. Just gets crazy busy. And then start sending people to the shrines, or as the Ember Springs, as they're called in Ashes of Creation. Alright, log back in. We're no longer mounted. And now we can get back to what we were here for. The 20 granite. Okay. Well, you know what? We're not gonna pass them, so we need those anyway. So just well hit them. Hmm. Oh, minor 47. 3 levels to go, and then Grandpa Greg will be officially tapped out on uh, the mining XP grind for now. Because once they bring in the subclasses and bump the levels up to 50, we have not heard if the Gathering and Profession levels will be going up or not. So that is yet to be determined. People running packs. Yeah, a lot of people like to run packs for uh, money in this game, but it's not one of my favorite activities. Let's see, we need 15 more granite and 18 more basalts. Okay, well, that's a bot. Don't point to point movement. That's so funny. Oh, this stuff's crazy. Let's see, what do we got here? here. Let's see where we at. 7 granite and 3 basalt. Oh, we got 4 points to put in there. And some other stuff to put in. Gotta do a little bit of research on where to put some points for 25. That's for sure. It looks like a little slate right there. Oh, not getting up anything. Oh, basalt there. Yeah, this is the way we beat up rocks in this game. But it's okay. It don't hurt them too bad. Well, hello, Exist. Not seeing you there. Uh, appreciate you stopping by. Hope they're on kick for me. Yeah. Welcome. Just so you know, I got to do a lot of alt tabbing. I'm checking the over on OBS to see who's following me because unfortunately I had a monitor grow out on me uh, a little while back, and well, because my previous employer decided that they didn't want older folks that needed to take absences from work to be coming back, because not reliable enough for them, I guess. It's like whatever. So you you don't want an older folk that needs to take some medical time off, but you'll deal with the youngsters that are scheduled and don't bother showing up time after time after time. But that's okay, whatever. I'm 59 chasing down 60 and do a little something something for myself. And finally took the plunge doing the streaming thing. Gotta put in the work, put in the effort, put in the time, and hopefully y- turn it into a little bit of a, what do they call it, a little extra side hustle income stream to fill in the gap, to pay the bills and until Social Security time rolls around in a couple years, and but I do take inspiration from a lot of other older folks on YouTube and Twitch that are older than me and well into Social Security ages, and they're still doing their streaming thing. Five, 10 years later. So even once I hit Social Security, I'll continue doing this because this is a lot of fun. I like meeting new people. Yeah, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, all that sort of thing on the different Kick, Stream, or YouTube, whichever you're following along with me tonight. That's huge, and the algorithms like that sort of thing. And if you wouldn't mind, folks that are viewing, um, do me a huge favor. Just you don't have to start a conversation if you don't want to, but if you want to, if you just do me a huge favor, put a one up there if you're actually playing Ashes of Creation right now during the alpha phase, or put a two in there if you're waiting to the next phase because you're ready to try the subclasses. Like me, I'm looking forward to taking my tank from just being a tank to a paladin. That's what I'm gonna play. So with my first subclass, and so one if you're playing right now, or two if you're waiting to like move for the next phase when they add in the subclasses. So love to hear what your goals are for the playtest. Let's see here. Go all the way back up to practically the start, and we'll just go right here. Oh, thought somebody was gonna sit there and start asking if I was a bot because they're seeing me farming. Alright, the basalt is what we have left on here. So with basalt, I've got another place I like to do my basalt hunting because it's just easier there. Goes by a lot faster, but no point in just running past this basalt, right? Since we need like 14 of them still for our quest log that we're tracking. Okay, so a little real life talk. How's the weather where you're at? Uh, because down it's supposed to be snow and cold all week. It's still really on the cold side, but it's warming up a little bit during the daytime down here in North Carolina. And fortunately, we didn't lose power and stuff like a lot of people around the country did. And we did get some snow here. and it melted I want to say within about 18 hours, and it had turned to the snow turned to slush, then melted away and everything. And today, now you can't tell, but it's still cold, but you can't tell that we got some snow anymore down here, down in southern North Carolina and stuff, and not up in the mountains or anything. But I was super glad it didn't get too nasty down here where I live, because I don't know where you're at, but here the drivers are pretty crazy, because they don't see winter weather. So when they do, the whole place turns into something you see like in the Eisenhower Tunnel in Colorado in the middle of the winter blizzard with cars everywhere, all smashed up because they don't know how to drive on snow and ice. But yeah, now for those basalts, let's finish this up. We need 11. Uh, let's see, 9 more to go. Well, minding that, let's check, make sure we don't have any issues on any of our streams that we got going here, because we are streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Gonna make sure the feeds are all holding up well, and they are. So, uh-oh. Oh, we gotta make room in the old inventory. Let's see, what do we want to get rid of? You know what? We're real close. Instead of just throwing stuff, well, actually, to take that, I'm gonna run out of time, so I am gonna have to get rid of something here real quick. So I'll get rid of those real quick and collect that. But so that don't happen again. Let's let's go up top real quick. Vendor, repair, all that good stuff. Because the last thing we want to do is get some legendary ore and not have to throw something nice out just to be able to pick that up. So we don't want that. So let's see. Nope, can't do anything there. Go to the vendor, and we're gonna go get rid of that. Uh, that, that, that. Alrighty. Now back to our regular scheduled programming of Finish and knocking out these last 8 basalts we need. All right. That's 16. 4 more. Reminds me of that cruise line commercial, More. I like more. All right, here. All right, that is showing me quest complete. Sure is. So what we're going to do now is like we did earlier. Is we're gonna go back up around to the vendor area where the quest board is, and we're gonna retake the same 4 little quests and take 10-15 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and knock all the kill quests out real fast. Nothing hard about it. Hardly no kill quest XP, but we are gonna get a lot. Are going to get a lot. And well, I thought we were gonna get a lot, but it's like mobs are respawning. It's like, come on now. Oh, there we go. They're starting to respawn now. Just auto attacking these bombs, knocking those out real quick. So we are going to go ahead, mount up, and move on to the next spot. And just to make sure I'm not missing anything, we'll look at our journal, make sure everything with the kill quest is complete, and all those quests are. So we are ready to knock out the last 3 kill super easy and short kill quests. And so we did learn that not only is it just a, a little bit of XP the higher you go with rarity when you're doing processing, but oh man, and get the epic and you get a whole lot of XP for processing those. So we need to be paying a whole lot of attention to doing the epic stuff. 'Cause right now there's nothing better. Oh, now go to get some spiders. Looks like about one more. Oh, it's a live one. Alright. You saw the message. Time to go to the last one. Oh, here we go. Slouching in my computer gaming chair, which is very, very bad for your back. You gotta love the Ravens that feel they need to reach out and touch someone. They need to work for AT&T. Oh my goodness. What is up with all of those Grims right there? That was a lot of Grims. Oh, it's like just trying to come up here and knock out my Griffin quest, and it was like, good lord, there's a whole lot of Grims right there. Looks like we'll be taking out 2 packs of those to finish this little quest today. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Well, you know what time it is. Yep, 11:49 p.m. Eastern time. That's what time it is. So here we go. What's up with all these ravens and stuff? Are you kidding me? Alright, take the quick highway over. Alright, the water highway is so much faster. All right, you guys, create a clip. All right, adventurers, here's a quick tip that the old timers don't want you to know about. Do you see where the Arcade player right there is standing from the Order of Phoenix? Here, any second now, there's going to be some fun happening. Scratch that. Create a clip. Hey, fellow adventurers, here's a quick tip the old timers don't want you to know about. Do you see that terror bird that's standing right there? Let me show you on the map exactly where this is. I want to zoom in for you. It's right there so you can see it on the map, and I'll zoom back out so you can see, and there it is on the mini map. But that terror bird right there, it is a static spawn that spawns every 3 minutes like clockwork that you can tame over and over again every 3 minutes. And again, that's a tip that the old timers don't want you to know about. So if you're a hunter and you're leveling up animal husbandry, that terror bird is your friend, and that terror bird sells for really good gold. And with that, happy trails, fellow adventurers. Now, back to the road, over to Java, or Jova. I keep calling it Java because I'm a coffee drinker. Let's see. Any fishy stuff going on right now? Nope. Okay. Yeah, every once in a while, somewhere right here on the lake, you'll have a little sports fishing event happening, but not tonight. Yeah, I like to make little short tips for people so they know where some of the cool stuff is on the game. And I don't know why I'm swimming when I could have just resummoned my shoals skipper, but whatever. We're about to mount up and be on the road again. Well, looky here. Never met a basalt rock I didn't like. Except for right now. Oh, wanted my land mount and the scorpion, but what did I pull? Uh, I clicked on the shoal script like I could be riding around in water some more. No, time to scoot on over, turn in some quests, and take one last round of quests for the evening, and see what else we can get into for this evening. But yeah, actually doing pretty good here. Real quick, check some stuff here. Alrighty. nice. Get down the road. Or, yeah, create a clip. Here's another quick tip from an old timer. When you get to places like Java, to help with the leg situation, uh, you know, uh, I know you want to show off your nice, cool mounts and all that fun stuff, but if you could do the game a huge favor, and when you're in Java, show off your mount for a few seconds and then go ahead and put the mounts away because I'd cut down on half the traffic around here, and everybody whose latency would be a whole lot better. And with that, march on. And oh man, you see this skin right here? The Howling Ridge Ox. That is exactly what I want. That is a cool, cool looking thing. All right, let's see here. Negatory. Anything else? Yeah. All right. Neg Negatory. All right, let's go over here. See if we got anything else. Nothing. How's the inventory? Good. Plenty of room there. Plenty of room there. All right. We didn't put anything in for processing, but we're going to do that this time around, I do believe. So what I want to do is come over here and pop an adventuring scroll so we can all these quests that we got complete. We want to maximize our XP, so we're gonna come over. Where's our adventuring scrolls? All right, adventuring. We're gonna pop that scroll, then complete this quest. Because when we do that, we're gonna get 25% more XP for completing all of those quests at once. Boom. There we go. And just like that, how much XP did we get? A little late on the XP. A little late. Only 32,000 this time. But then again, we didn't have many quests to start with this time on the collection quest. But saying that, it's okay because we are now at 94.9% to level 24. All right, so we don't forget how much time is left. 16 minutes, so we might hit this board twice. That says it wants copper, it wants granite, it wants oak, and it wants daffodils, zinc, and bluegill. And there's two boards, so let's go over to the other side. Get the other collection quests if we have anything different. Bluegill, snowdrops, copper, ash, granite, daffodil. So, alright, let's look at our quest log. Yep, we're getting lower numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 7. So we have granite, daffodils, snowdrops, ash. We have 60 minutes, well, probably closer to 13 now. So in the meantime, what we're going to do before we head back out again, because we want to check the board one more time to try to get more gathering quests and such, we're going to go ahead and go back to the bank, and we are going to see what we have here combined with these. Let's see if we have anything we can take in bigger numbers to be processed. And the answer is not really. We have those 5 there. Alright. We need crate shadows right there. Alright, when we go to put stuff in the process, because I only have 2 of them. or 12 of them going in total. Hmm. But I do have a large number, so I'll go ahead and pop the scroll for processing. Gather, adventure, crafting, processing. There we go. Last 5 minutes. Let's go ahead, pop the scroll, go down to sand, because we're gonna pound some sand. And this is gonna be 5. There we go. Now those are in there. Try to get some more ore. Alright, let's go back to the board. See how much time we got left. 10 minutes on that board. And basically 10 minutes on that board. Alright. And with that, folks, we are going to take a short intermission and we will be right back. Should be no more than 5 minutes. All right, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Let's see here. We got about 15 seconds here, and we'll be able to check the board again for more quests before we head back out. Because we want to end up somewhere between 13 and 15 total quests is the goal when we come back to town after doing all the collection quests over there. So, let's see here if we can pick any. All right. Do we have any items on us that might qualify for a turn-in? Not enough in large enough numbers, as they say. So, let's see here. What do we have? All right, before we head back out, and to keep our inventory clean, let's go ahead and knock this out real quick. Just clearing out these chests because we don't want to run out of room while we're out. Alright, let's check out what we got going on over here. That's full up, so we'll go back over to our vendor. Repair. Vendored, repaired, quest log. Looks like we can turn in. So let's go see if how much of our quest log can be completed. All right, that was fun. Check something real quick before we mosey on down the road. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, look at it. Bear, 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 wolf, bear. Oh my gosh. It's a death trap right there for lobies. Oh, yeah, see? There's a pile of ashes. No wonder. It's like, what in the world? And holy cow. Yeah, that's the crazy part about this game. You never know where the mobs are going to be. And sometimes they are out in full force to ruin your gaming session. bring in Rogan. Just two of us online at the moment. Here we go. All right, we are back at our beginning here for our stuff. For be doing more quests, but sorry I've been delayed right there. Did someone talking over my ear here in real life and stuff because they want some of my attention here going on 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I think I'm gonna go uh, watch a movie with uh, Grandma Greg because she deserves some of my time too. And I want to just go ahead and thank all the viewers tonight on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube for staying with me tonight and uh, like, following, and subscribing. And that's very much appreciated. And if you could suggest sit there and put a a one in chat. I know you're still with me. That'd be huge because the algorithm loves that sort of thing. And with that, I'm going to leave you with just two real quick things. I hope your kills are swift and your loot is fat. And with that, you have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.